the 423rd company listed on the JSE, the second company on the Africa board. Congratulations. Do you know how the shares fared this morning?
No, but unfortunately I don't. I've just got off an aeroplane, so I don't. We had a primary listing function in Botswana this morning,
right? And
we just arrived here for to close and to ring the closing bell at the end of the day.
It's a unique way of doing it. You have a primary listing in Botswana and you have the secondary listing here in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Was there any specific reason why you chose to do it that way?
I think we're principally a Botswana company, so that's where we started. That's where majority of the asset base exists. And that's why we did a primary listing in Botswana. So I think the primary listing was important. The inward listing on the JSE originally was to facilitate the Reserve Bank requirements, but I think we also became very excited about the opportunity to improve our liquidity with the share registers being totally fungible.
Sure.
So we're quite excited about the inward listing on the African board as well.
And it also gives you a platform, I suppose, to talk to the rest of Africa with the listing on the Africa board.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about who you are and what you stand for. Now, Wilderness Holdings, from the information that you gave me, is 26 years old. But who are you? Why should an investor be looking at you now?
Look, we're essentially in a tourism business, but we see ourselves being in the business of building sustainable conservation economies. And we do it through a tourism vertical and through a conservation vertical. These two verticals act interdependently of each other, they live with each other, essentially. We do it all because our mission and the reason why we exist is because we believe the world's wilderness areas will save humankind, and our vision ultimately is to leave a legacy of conservation for our children. So that's kind of wilderness in a nutshell. Our tourism vertical has 53 destinations, 7 countries we invested in. We manage and will market a further 17. We host in excess of 25,000 people in the region, mostly international tourists coming out from America, Europe, UK. That's where predominantly we source from. We're a vertically integrated model where we offer basically safari planning. So we've got an itinerary consultancy business here. We've got our plane business. We've got a lodge operations. We've got an explorations business. And we've got 2 brands, Wilderness. And we've got a new brand we launched 2 years ago called Safari Adventure Company.
And in terms of the listing, the timing is perfect, isn't it? I mean, you're listing at this time when, of course, the world is coming to South Africa and Africa, if we are to believe the politicians and the people who run the football world. Have you found interest in your company and in the hotels that you operate growing because of the association with the World Cup and the fact that the World Cup is coming to Southern Africa?
No, I'm probably going to be your first client who says no, we haven't. In fact, it's very hard to say. I put together a team of people to mitigate the negative impact of the World Cup, in our business. June and July for us are high season months, so we're normally quite full as a business, and we feel that our traditional client base is not going to come out during the World Cup. So we saw a potential hole in our business. I'm very pleased to report that isn't the case, that we've managed to get other channels to fill that space. We're a little bit down in Namibia, but Botswana we're up on the same time last year, and South Africa I think will be up. So I think on a whole we've come out quite well. So we are excited. I think I'm more excited post World Cup with the PR, and if we get this thing right, it'll be a huge promotional exercise for the country and the region for that matter.
So apart from Botswana, where else do you operate? Is just Southern Africa, or are we also in East Africa and other parts of West Africa?
No, we're not in West or East Africa. We're in the Seychelles, and then we're in Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa.
Are there any plans to go beyond Southern Africa?
Long-term plans, yes, definitely. We'd like to increase our footprint. So we have got East Africa on the radar screen at the moment, so we are looking at opportunities up there.